Hi everybody, this is Maya Good, and this is probably my third attempt at jumping into BookTube with both feet. Because here's what's happening. Last year, I really wanted to get back into reading, and I jumped in whole hog with short stories. I read almost 200 short stories last year, and this year the thing was I really wanted to read more difficult novels because I'd gotten out of the habit of reading for so long. And this year, the Literary Roadhouse Book Club has definitely helped with that. I've been reading a novel every single month since the book club started in December, and that's great, but it's not enough. I'm a writer. I need to be reading more. And I used to read like a book a day, and I miss it. So I'm going to start doing TBR videos and end of the month wrap up videos about what I've read. And I didn't do a TBR video this month, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. It's the 18th. I want to get it out of the way. I want to put this out here because there's a couple books I want to finish, and I need to put it out into the ether so that I will make myself sit down and read them. I gotta say, though, the book club has helped me so much. Like, I talk about how much Literary Roadhouse has helped my writing because I read such a high volume of short stories, different genres, different writers, different techniques, and I'm analyzing them on a regular basis. But because I'm a procrastinator, I often don't read the book club book until like the last minute, and it has made me a much faster reader. And so that is excellent. So now I just need more volume. Like, I've got the speed, I've gotten to the point where I can sit my butt down for 8, 9, 10 hours and read. But now I just need to read more books a month. And I would like to get up to a book a week by the end of the year. So far this month, I read Sleeping on Jupiter, and that was for the book club, but we've had issues with the guest that was going to be on the episode, and so it looks like just me and Annie are going to do that episode together tomorrow. But I don't want to spoil for the book club, but I gotta say, personally, I love that book, and it kind of sucked getting that book because that was one of the long listers for the Man Booker Prize, and when we decided on that book, it was available everywhere. It was an ebook and everything, and I was like, broke, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy it next month. And then I went to buy it, and the publisher had sold it to another publisher, and all of a sudden, like, I couldn't get the book anywhere. I couldn't get it on ebook. I think I went to like 19 different bookstores. I mean, I'm in Northern California right now. We still have bookstores. I went to like 19 different bookstores over like 6 cities. I was calling into San Francisco. I was calling East Bay. I was calling all the way up to Sacramento and could not get a copy of this book. It was so difficult. But the good thing is that it's being re-released in September. And I urge you to just go to Amazon and pre-order it now because it was amazing and I loved it. Now, that said, I think Annie's probably had a different view on it, but for me, being like a spiritual type person who's really open and was, it fit my brain, and there was so much going on, and it was amazing. I'm going to do a video on that after we talk about it on the book club. Calm down, Maya. Do not spoil. So now I'm reading Tram 83. And this is difficult because since I'm getting ready to travel, I'm trying to get rid of all my paper books. And so, almost all of these book reviews are going to be without like a physical book. It feels a little weird. It's like, oh, yay. Let me see here. Oh, come on. Where's the cover? Okay. No. Why didn't I do this before? Okay. Tram 83. See, I went through all of that and you can't even see it, can you? See, there you can see it. And it is by Fiston, Mwanza, Mujila. It's an African author, and it again, I think this was long listed for the Man Booker Prize. So I have to read this by Friday. And then the thing that finally made me say, I need to do a video because I'm not getting through these books. I am currently reading Roz Morris's How to Nail Your Novel, the plot one. And I think that this is really important. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the gentleman was talking about how you it's not that you read like a craft book and then like you study it and it teaches you everything. It's about reading a ton of craft books. And that way you internalize the information. You don't want to just, I don't know, just read it and think that one particular author knows everything. And so I started reading this. See, there you go. Writing Plots, Drama, Depth, and Heart. Nail Your Novel by Roz Morris. I gotta say, of all the craft books that I've read, this is the first one that's really like kept my interest. Yeah, there's books like Bird by Bird, Stephen King's on writing. Those I don't actually consider craft books. I consider those writing life books, how to lead a writer's life. But as far as craft books go, a lot of them don't hold my attention, and a lot of them are written in a way that tell me that the writer isn't actually that good. And for the type of writing that I want to do, there's types of writing out there where you don't have to be that good. You just have to be enjoyable. You have to write a story that's fun, that's engaging, that your audience just sinks into. It's not about the language. It's not about poetics and all that stuff. It's not about resonance. It's just about fast, dirty, awesome story. It's the McDonald's of fiction. And let me tell you, I admire those people because they're the ones who are making money right now. But that said, a lot of the craft books that I've read, that I've looked at recently, they don't really go into the craft of the actual writing in a way that tells me, that values the things that I value. Excuse me. So I have a book on writing beautiful sentences. Excellent book. I need to get through that. But I've been looking for a book on plot that wasn't just climax and here's your rising development. I wanted something that talked about resonance, that talked about poetics, that talked about reflection, that talked about all these things that are used in more literary fiction. And she was a ghostwriter, and she's been a bestseller, but she loves literary fiction. She writes literary fiction. She reads literary fiction. We had her on the podcast, and you could tell from listening to her that she has a strong steeping in literary fiction. So I picked this up because I like her as a person and I wanted to support her. And then I started reading it, and oh my goodness, like her use of language just in the prologue told me that this is somebody that I feel like I'm in good hands reading this. I feel like she knows stuff that I don't know. I could just tell that from her use of language. And I'm really enjoying it. But I need to finish it. Then the other thing I need to finish is, remember when I got rid of all my paper books and I said that I had a few, I was going to read them, get rid of them, but I wanted to read them first because they're not available in ebook. So here's Joan Didion. Started it like 4 months ago, and then I just never, I got to, like, it's kind of ridiculous. I got to page 50 and then just stopped reading it because the book club books got in the way. So I need to get rid of this. I want to read it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a note in it and leave it at like a bus stop or something, and hopefully somebody else will pick it up and read it then. So yeah, that is my reading list. Joan Didion, Year of Magical Thinking. Roz Morris, Writing Plots with Drama, Depth, and Heart. I'm going to get through Tram 3. If I do all that this month, it will be the first month that I've read 4 books in 1 month in a couple years. Yeah, I shouldn't. It's been a while. I don't want to embarrass myself, because I'm a writer and everything. I'm supposed to read a lot. But I do read. I do. I just need to read more long works. So that's what's happening. Until next time, ciao.